Episode 2 of Act 2. So on top of already messy situation, we threw in Vander into the mix with Warwick, who seemed to recognize Powder. That's interesting because all this time that I've been waiting for this and analyzing trailers and whatnot, the big question for me, how are they going to introduce Warwick? Are they going to find out that there's a beast haunting the lanes? Anything similar to that? Like, I didn't really expect for him to just confront Jinx out of nowhere and for him to recognize her and even say her name. But that does make sense, especially since they sort of recreated the League of Legends Warwick trailer. Have a listen to League of Legends Warwick voice lines. If you haven't already, they're fantastic and they are so filled with hints when it comes to Vi and Jinx. It does make sense that they did it, and I'm sort of surprised that I didn't think of that. It's just such a nice solution to this. Now, Caitlyn has a friend, like I said, not happy with her having a friend, but I'm sure it's temporary. The friend will be gone. I don't know. Let's jump right into episode 2 of Act 2. I think we will see Vi in this one, judging by the description. Blisters and bedrock. We have seen that before. Remember when he thought he was there spying for Caitlyn to make sure that Vi is safe? Whoa, that's out of the window. Jinx's hand, you saw that? She betted on Vi. At least she has the decency to not get a girl for herself. You hear that, Caitlyn? She's still thinking of Caitlyn, gosh. See, Jinx sees how low Vi is, so I'm thinking maybe she's gonna help her out at one point. Reunite her with Caitlyn. Here's my wishful thinking. She's there. I think she's really there.
Looking good, sis.
Why? She's gonna tell her Vander is back. What? Are they insane?
I don't want to hear another word out of your mouth. It's Vander. I'm not falling for another one of your tricks. He's alive.
Actually,
We both know that's bullshit.
she came to her to tell her. Well, you know what? That's insane that they have a conflict, but when it's dead, they're just sort of united front.
He needs our help.
Whoa.
I can prove it.
That must be so confusing to Vi. No, imagine her spending years in Stillwater and like feeling guilty all of this happened and oh shit, Caitlyn. Not that I'm pro dictatorship, but she's a pretty attractive dictator.
Months of peacekeeping occupation, countless operations,
Just a peaceful occupation, nothing big.
and tears. I'd begun to think we might finally end to Zorn's perverse abominations. How foolish was I? The beast came for you. It was summoned by you.
In my experience, only guilty men answer accusations with silence.
In my experience, no one in power is innocent.
Ouch.
Buried deep within this prison, so devoid of light and fresh air and all basic human considerations that up till now I have forbidden their use. If you do not want to waste away the remainder of your days in one of these, you have one recourse.
Gosh, she's a tough cookie now. Oriana. Oriana theme.
Tell us everything we need to know to hunt down this beast.
Your youth betrays you. Patience is a product of age. both of which I possess in abundance.
Tell me what you were planning. How was Jinx involved?
Oh my god, Caitlin, like, let go. You have a breakup
Rot in here.
to go through. Gosh, just go back to Vi. Show me Vander. Mel! Kind of oh. So I think Black Rose. Yeah. So an order that's after power, Noxian order, they have taken Mel to have some sort of upper hand when it comes to Ambessa. Is that Allure? Look at the cave resembling rose. How poetic of them. Do you think like Black Rose was like carved in the shape of a rose? Send a message.
Hope you find these quarters to your liking. They still haven't replied to my request for a transfer.
Who's there?
That?
Not sure I know anymore. Our hosts have a way of scrambling your omelet.
Who's that? Do we recognize the man?
They killed my friend.
Oh, she's...
Aurora was there. And then...
The stewards of the old world are always keen to give you a glimpse of their might.
What is this place?
Near as I can tell, an oculorum. According to legend, the ancients built specialized chambers to seal away false prophets. But if you ask me, they're just the fancy pit peacock princes like to toss their friends into.
Peacock princes?
Just an old family joke. The kind of rulers with an artistic flair.
I feel like I'm supposed to know him. I feel like he's someone we should know from League of Legends, but I hope I'm educated enough to recognize him. Unless it's her brother. Kino! So, he's not quite dead, as Ambessa thought?
It's me, brother. Mel.
Mel, you've grown up.
Look at all the family reunions.
They'd never come.
we have Vander and Vi and like Jinx. Gosh, I can't believe they're actually just putting their conflict aside because Dad is back. Oh my god, and like Vi isn't onto Isha. Isn't this just fantastic? Yes, it's just how are they just friendly now? What? Isn't this just the most insane thing ever?
This is where I lost him.
I mean, it's not like she has anything better to do. Her girlfriend's just slipping around.
Cool, huh? Not even toxic. Pretty sure.
What is this organism? Is it?
Why the hell would Vander be all the way down here?
Beats me. Ask him yourself.
When are you gonna admit that this is just another one of your fantasies? Or do you not want the kid to know how delusional you are?
She wasn't always like this. She actually used to be pretty cool. Before I kicked her butt.
See what I mean? Delusional.
Wish I was just seeing things when you decided to throw him with the pilty goons who murdered Mom and Dad.
Well, at least they never had to see the psycho their daughter turned into.
Which one? I'm a hero.
Gosh!
I busted half of Zahn out of Stillwater while you were passed out in the bottom of a muck.
He knows.
Now can it and keep walking before I kick your ass again.
You wouldn't last 1 second without all your ugly gadgets and chicken shit tricks.
Ha! What about those over-designed bitch mittens you didn't even build yourself?
Oh. What?
You think I need these to...
Oh, they're just like, you know, I love this. They're clearing the air.
1 second.
It feels like they're in what? It feels like they're in family therapy.
To surrender. Go right ahead, fat hand.
Fat hands. That's a League of Legends voice. Oh, the blood.
Still got all your insides?
You know what? Vi looks pretty in her dark face.
But don't ditch us.
Why do you come get me? You don't actually need my help.
But it's your father.
You haven't for a long time.
Last time Vander needed us, we tried it alone, and nothing was ever the same.
Look at her being the reasonable one.
Maybe this is like a do-over. Besides, he's your father too.
How is she not messed up? That's just such a pleasure to go through, to see her being somewhat reasonable. What? No, I just want to go back to them. I need them to see Vander. I need Vi to see Vander.
I'm expecting you. It's always the same look when one covets a weapon.
I've fought battles from the Blood Cliffs to the Dalamore Plain. I've never seen a beast of such savagery.
No beast is more savage than man. I trust you have terms.
You will serve me. My enemies will be yours. In return, I will supply all your needs. You will be treated as an esteemed advisor.
Oh.
I demand absolute...
Yeah, she's been looking for a scientist, and I think Zinj and the Allure was actually serving Noxus, so that sort of makes sense.
Do not test this, or you will yearn for Caitlin's dungeons.
Caitlin's dungeons.
You already know what I want.
He isn't a monster. He was once a man, well respected at that. Victim of great tragedy. He had a ferocious will to live. With him, I was able to make strides impossible with any other specimen. But the mind I could not recover. The man forever lost in the bowels of the beast.
Silco, young Silco!
Pound only by the scent of blood.
And Vi's mom.
So I thought. It now seems I had yet to uncover the right catalyst.
The daughters, he needed them to bring him back. Mom! Silco! Insane.
There was a funeral for you in Noxus.
Did Mother commission a statue?
How awkward. We buried
I
you.
held rights in Piltover. She believes you're dead.
I do like to disappoint her.
Aren't they an attractive family, huh? Maybe Ambessa aside.
How did you know to do that?
I don't know. It's like some sort of puzzle.
What, he spent months there without trying that?
Kino, what happened to you? How did you wind up here?
She didn't tell you. After a few rounds with some dubious noble folk in Basilic, I started hearing strange rumors about Mother. Different than the usual kind. They said many years ago, she passed through their hometown and fell in love.
That's not our mother.
Indeed, but the more I inquired, the more I started believing it. I should have left it alone, but the affair led to a child.
Child?
That's impossible.
Mel?
It is the reason we are here. Whatever that child inherited is of terrible interest to our captors.
Oh no, that's been a few years ago, so obviously he's been... No, of course not Mel. Who is Ambessa's child?
This will allow you to locate your beast.
Not precisely.
No, who's Ambessa's child?
Family archives have shed light on many of the city's mysteries.
I hope not Caitlin.
Commander.
General, one such mystery caught my attention. The curious dismissal of a revered Academy alchemist. Unparalleled, by all accounts, and no mention of his crime. This led to one other missing puzzle piece whose absence has always gnawed at my mind. Who invented Shimmer? We have our answer now, don't we, Dr. Revik?
Zinj
You're a monster.
has a last name?
Why? Why do all this?
Why does anyone commit acts others deem unspeakable? For love.
His daughter, Oriana. He has her? Oh yeah, his beast. His animal friend. We're speculating it could be his daughter turned into an animal, Oriana. I guess that theory is true. Or something. I remember that theory, reading it. Oh no, she's not an animal. Just a girl.
Perhaps, in another life, you would have been friends. Everything I've done is to cure her. I believe the beast may hold the final key.
Precisely what are you trying to cure?
That affliction we all suffer. Death. Imagine a world that no longer need fear it.
Mel?
I'm getting us out of here.
Look at her figuring stuff out. Can't believe we see Oriana. I mean, you know, Zinj's daughter in the lore.
Say this is some sort of sordid labyrinth. Usually there are consequences for someone who fails these tests.
I deserve to know the truth.
Of course. Makes you wonder why she kept this from you, doesn't it?
I'm missing something.
A healthy sense of self-preservation, I'd say.
Why is he creepy? Or maybe he's a hallucination. Maybe he isn't there after all.
You aren't my brother.
Ah, damn, Mel!
Who are you? What have you done with Kino?
That was a trap!
We had such high hopes for him.
At first, it seemed plausible that he could have been the child. But then your mother led us to you, sister.
Oh, okay, back to the good stuff. No freaking way! And then, if Caitlin somehow finds Warwick, she's not gonna kill him because he's her father-in-law. I love this family quest. Just two sisters and a niece. God, seeing them together is just the best. That's their old home. Vander?
What is it?
A message from Vander.
To Silco.
What?
Silco.
I've looked everywhere, but it's clear you don't want to be found. God, I'm shit at this. I'm sorry. When she died, I lost my head. I told myself what I did to you was for the greater good, that you deserved it. But the dirt was on both our hands. You know where to find me. Blisters and Bedrock. V.
If he found this, everything might have been different.
Oh, gosh.
We have to get out of here.
It's him. It's Vander.
That's not Vander.
Something's got him riled up.
No.
Vander, no! It's me!
He's gonna kill you.
Don't hurt him!
He's gonna recognize her.
God, it's him. You have to believe me.
They didn't.
What's the occasion?
Can't a lady just be in the mood for a familiar song?
Isn't that Caitlin Vi's mother?
This lady, and not this song.
Look at him. Wait, was Vander in love with Vi and Jinx's mom? Silco. But he wasn't their actual father.
Tonight, a harebrained scheme,
these two bozos cooked up to turn a dank crack in the earth into a thriving, healthy community became a reality.
Tonight, eh? You hear that, Bozo 2? We made it. We're done.
So
No,
cool.
you're sadly mistaken. I'm Bozo 1.
A night of revelations.
Look at them being charming as hell.
I'm knocked up.
They're friends, right? Like for Jinx, for Powder.
A girl.
How do you know?
Wasn't really part of my plan, but guess that's everything when you're living week to week.
What did Connell say?
I haven't told him. Working up the nerve.
Isn't this Jinx voice actress?
I don't know anything about kids. I get sweaty being alone with one.
Hey, you're gonna be a great mother.
Shut up. I'm not ready for that. I started trying to come up with a name, and it hits me that this one word is a decision she's gonna live with her whole life.
Damn right.
I can't protect her from all the shit down here and work out how to be a parent at the same time. Then I realized I don't have to, because the second I told you, I put you on the hook. You two are gonna figure this Son thing out. I don't care if you have to carve it out of the bedrock covered in blisters. You're not allowed to fail anymore. For her. For me.
Don't tell
What's
me.
the point if we can't raise an ankle biter or two?
They started the revolution for
To Zon then.
Vi's mom.
Blisters and bedrock.
Blisters and bedrock.
Isn't that the most insane thing ever? That's why they started the revolution. To protect them.
It's like the name Violet.
They're hugging.
What are you waiting for? He's your dad, too.
They actually did that. They actually like reunited them. They got them together. Like, this is more than I could ever hope for from this season. It's absolutely insane. Like, if it wasn't for Vi and Caitlyn, I could really just finish the season now, then have them living together. Also, I love how Isha just joined without even knowing what the hell's going on there. Oh, Jace is so there, doing his thing. Why is he there? He knew?
Sallow, what are you doing here? Jace, one could ask the same question. How are you walking? Who do you think could mend such a broken creature? Would you want to speak with him?
Oh, him?
Jace, I'd feared I wouldn't have the chance to speak with you again.
Victor.
Well,
I would prefer to converse in person. But there's so much work to be done.
How are you doing this?
I suppose this is somewhat beyond where we left off.
Is Sallow still in there? Where else would I be? You have my solemn vow that anything you discuss will be kept in the strictest confidence. I owe Victor everything.
Very kind, Sallow.
I don't get it.
I have so many breakthroughs to share with you. I was clouded by emotions. Come, visit me. See what I've accomplished. I've helped so many.
You've given Hextech to the people?
As we always promised we would.
Hextech isn't a miracle. It's a curse. We have to end it, Victor.
You seem different. Something happened. Now I see it. You too have touched the arcane. Your mind suffered.
If you'll excuse me, I must return to him.
They have a bit of an odd thing going on there.
Can't let you leave. I'm sorry you feel that way. I'm sorry too.
Never in a million years I would have expected for this to happen. I really didn't really have such hopes. Like, I never even dreamt that we would have a Vi, Jinx, Vander reconciliation moment. The best that I was hoping for would be for Vander to recognize either Vi or Powder, Jinx, but for them to actually have such an adorable moment that they are all hugging everyone, that they're all one team now. Except Vander being Warwick, but you know, maybe they can undo it, I don't know. I can't believe this happened. And like right now, maybe Caitlyn will actually have a chance to like redeem the Enforcers and, you know, not kill Vi and Jinx's parent figure. You know, Enforcers killed their parents. That's insane that we actually saw the flashback. That's the one thing I wanted out of this act. I wanted to see more of Silco. So like Vander, Silco, they're best friends. They're best friends with Vi's mother, who's basically very similar to Caitlyn. So there's definitely a thing there with Vi. and what they started the revolution because they wanted to provide the best life possible for Vi and Jinx, well, Vi at the time. Isn't this crazy? Isn't this insane? Isn't this ironic that they started the revolution, the whole revolution that caused the entire tragedy, because they wanted to protect the kid, Vi. And Vander named her like he's really a true father. Well, not a father, but, you know, a very good friend. I'm so happy right now. I'm shattered that Vi and Caitlyn aren't together at the moment, and Mathies, but to have that's just so satisfying. Anyway, episode 3, I hope Caitlyn doesn't go after Vander. Unedited episodes are on Patreon. See you soon, guys.